You are a process of becoming, a current of experiences, a pattern in motion. But we're afraid of this. We've been conditioned to seek stability, to grip onto identities, to believe in a fixed self that we can define, protect, and improve. And so we construct stories about who we are, where we're going, what we've done, and we clutch them tightly, believing they are the truth. But they are just interpretations of the moment, snapshots of movement we've tried to freeze. And trying to freeze life is like trying to cage the wind. You end up trapping yourself. What happens when you accept yourself as a process instead of a product? You begin to breathe. You begin to loosen your grip on all the roles and expectations. You stop trying to live up to an idea of yourself. Because if you are fluid, if you are unfolding, then you are not bound to who you were yesterday. You are free to change, to adapt, to grow. Mistakes no longer define you. Achievements no longer confine you. You realize that identity is not a prison. It's a dance. You are not a finished sculpture. You are the hands in motion, still shaping the clay. This understanding is not meant to make you feel lost. On the contrary, it roots you more deeply in life. Because if you are a flowing process, then you are part of the greater flow of the universe itself. Just as clouds form and dissolve, as tides rise and fall, as seasons shift and spiral, so do you. You are not separate from this rhythm. You are this rhythm, expressed in human form for a brief moment, and once you see this, your sense of control begins to soften. You realize you do not need to figure everything out, because you are not meant to hold life still. You are meant to participate in its unfolding. Think of how liberating this is. The pressure to find yourself falls away because there is no final self to find, only layers to explore, moments to witness. You don't have to be the same person in every room. You don't have to match an image you projected 5 years ago. You are allowed to evolve, to contradict, to surprise even yourself. Just like nature, you move in cycles, not in straight lines. There'll be winters of stillness and summers of fire, and neither is more you than the other. You are the whole wheel, not just one spoke. And the beauty of seeing yourself as a process is that it teaches compassion. Because if you are changing, so is everyone else. The person who hurt you, the person you couldn't forgive, the person you used to be. They are not frozen figures. They too are fluid, learning, breaking, healing. Nothing is final. No moment is fixed in stone. Everything is in motion, even pain, even love, even fear. And in that motion lies the possibility of transformation. This also dissolves the fear of failure. Because how can you truly fail when you are not a thing to be measured, but a movement to be experienced? The process has no endpoint. There is no ultimate version of you to become. There is only the living of it, the discovering, the undoing, the trying again. Life is not a ladder, it is a river, and the river does not worry about reaching the sea. It just flows and trusts that the sea will meet it in time. When you stop treating yourself like a product to be perfected, you start treating yourself like a process to be honored. You listen more, you force less, you stop comparing your journey to someone else's, because you see that everyone flows at a different speed through different terrain. And you begin to relax into who you are, not as something to define, but something to explore. So sit quietly, if only for a moment, and feel the truth of this in your body. Notice how your breath moves, how your thoughts drift, how your feelings shimmer in and out. This is not brokenness. This is not imperfection. This is life in motion. This is you, alive in the present, in flux, unfolding. Not a thing, but a happening. The moment you understand that you are a process, the need to be right or good enough begins to dissolve. Because you are no longer seeking approval for what you are simply experiencing what you are becoming. You can stop performing, you can stop proving, and you can begin living moment by moment in the truth of your impermanence, in the joy of your becoming, in the freedom of your flow. You come out of life, not into it. This single reversal of perspective carries within it the power to unravel the illusion of separation that has shaped how you see yourself and the world. From the moment you were born, you were taught that you are an individual who arrived here, that life was already happening, and you simply entered into it as an outsider, like a guest in someone else's home. But this view is not just incomplete, it is deeply misleading. Because the truth is far more intimate, far more mysterious. You did not drop into this world. You grew out of it. Look at a tree. Leaves don't fall from the sky and land on the tree. They emerge from the tree as expressions of its inner energy. No one questions this. We understand that the leaf is the tree, manifest in a certain form. Just like waves are not added to the ocean, they are the ocean in motion. A flame is not a thing stuck on top of a candle. It is what the candle becomes when it is alive. You are not a stranger to this universe. You are what the universe is doing at this particular time, in this particular place, in the form of a human being.